Empress Menen Asfaw, known affectionately as the mother of the Ethiopian nation, was a woman of grace, strength, and unparalleled compassion. Her life was a tapestry woven with threads of faith, loyalty, and an unwavering commitment to her people. Join me on this journey as we explore the extraordinary life of a woman whose legacy continues to inspire generations. Picture this. The year is 1941, and the location is the historic Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. Imagine standing before the altar in this sacred place, pledging to give the very crown jewels of your homeland to the Virgin Mary. If your country is ever freed from the shackles of occupation, this act of profound faith and devotion was not a figment of a Hollywood script, but a reality lived out by the indomitable spirit of Empress Menen. It was a promise born out of the depths of despair and a beacon of hope. Amidst the darkest days of Ethiopia's struggle for independence, but who was Empress Menen? What led her to make such a bold vow, and how did she carve her place in history as the mother of Ethiopia? To truly understand the depth of her character, we must travel back to the very origins of her story, exploring the roots of her faith, resilience, and unyielding love for her nation. Born on March 1889 in Ambassel, now part of the Amhara region of Ethiopia, Menen's story began in the heartland of Ethiopian nobility. Her father, General Asfaw, was the ruler of Ambassel, and her mother, Sahan Mikhail, was the daughter of King Mikhail of Wallo. Raised in the rich tradition of the Ethiopian Orthodox faith, Menen's early life was a blend of privilege and turmoil, a reflection of the turbulent times in which she lived. Ethiopia during this era was a land of ancient traditions, and one of those traditions was the practice of child marriage. For Menen, this meant an early start to married life. Her first marriage was to Dejazmak Ali Mohammed of Cherecha, a prominent noble from Wallo. This union resulted in the birth of her first two children, a son and a daughter. However, the marriage did not endure, and Menen found herself divorced, ready to embark on a new chapter in her life. Her path then led her to Dejazmak Ahmed Ali Abba Deyas of Wallo, and this marriage bore two more children. But once again, fate intervened, and Menen's marital journey continued. Her grandfather, the powerful Negus Mikhail, orchestrated her third marriage to Ras Loyalsijed Atnefsejed of Shoa. However, this alliance was short-lived and soon set aside. The young Wujiro Menen, having navigated multiple marriages, was destined for a fourth, and this time to a man who would change the course of Ethiopian history. On July 1911, Menen's life intersected with that of Dejazmak Tafari Makanan of Shua, her cousin in Liasu's court. This meeting marked the beginning of not just a marriage, but a partnership that would shape the destiny of an empire. Tafari Makanan, who would later ascend to the throne as Emperor Haile Selassie I, and Menen were united in both love and a shared vision for their homeland. Their wedding ceremony was a pivotal moment, setting the stage for a dynasty that would last for decades. When Tafari Makanan was crowned emperor on November 1930, Menen stood by his side, not just as his wife, but as his equal and collaborator. The coronation ceremony was not just a religious rite, but a public declaration of their bond, a bond that would be tested and strengthened by the trials that lay ahead. As Empress Menen and Emperor Haile Selassie I ruled Ethiopia for the next 3 decades. Their reign was marked by both triumphs and tragedies, shaping not just the political landscape, but the cultural and social fabric of the nation. Yet, throughout these years, Menen's character shone brightly, embodying the virtues that Ethiopians hold dear. Menen's commitment to her people went beyond the confines of the palace. She was a tireless advocate for education, healthcare, and the empowerment of women. She became the patroness of numerous organizations, channeling her resources and influence to uplift those in need. Perhaps her most significant contribution was the establishment of the Empress Menen School for Girls in Addis Ababa. This institution was a trailblazer, becoming the first modern boarding and day school for girls in Ethiopia. It was a testament to Menen's belief in the transformative power of education. The school's inauguration was more than just an educational milestone. It was a symbolic act of empowerment. As Menen herself often told her students, true progress begins with the education and elevation of women. The halls of the Empress Menen School for Girls echoed with the aspirations of countless young minds. Each step a tribute to the woman who dared to dream of a brighter future for her nation through its daughters. However, Menen's philanthropic endeavors were not limited to the realm of education. She extended her helping hand to the poor, the sick, and the disabled, ensuring that no one in need was overlooked. Her acts of charity were not just monetary or material, they were deeply personal, demonstrating a genuine care and concern for the welfare of her people. Menen's legacy of compassion lives on in the hearts of Ethiopians, who remember her as a symbol of kindness and generosity. Religion played a central role in Menen's life, shaping not only her personal beliefs, but also her approach to leadership and service. A deeply devout member of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, she saw her faith as a guiding light, informing her decisions and inspiring her actions. Menen's commitment to her faith was evident in her regular attendance at church services and her active participation in religious ceremonies. She was particularly devoted to the Virgin Mary, a devotion that would lead to one of the most remarkable episodes in her life. During the 1936 to 1941 Italian occupation of Ethiopia, Menen found herself in the shadow of an oppressive regime. Yet even in the darkest of times, her faith never wavered. One day, as she stood within the hallowed walls of the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, she made a solemn vow. She pledged to gift her crown jewels to the Virgin Mary. If Ethiopia were to regain its freedom, this vow was not just a personal promise. It was a symbol of her unwavering hope and her deep connection to her homeland. And when Ethiopia was eventually liberated, Menen kept her word. Her crown, a symbol of Ethiopia's sovereignty, was sent to the Church of the Nativity, and only a replica remained for future coronations. This act of fulfillment was a testament to Menen's integrity and the profound impact of her faith on her actions. Throughout her life, Menen's religious devotion was intertwined with her sense of duty. She saw her role as a consort and advisor to the emperor as an opportunity to serve not only her people, but also her God. She understood that true leadership was not about power, but about service, and her legacy continues to inspire those who believe in the transformative power of faith and service. Yet Menen's story was not without its challenges. In 1960, she and her family faced a turbulent period when a brief coup attempt against Emperor Haile Selassie targeted her and her children. Although the uprising was swiftly put down, it was a stark reminder of the complexities of power and the fragility of peace. During this time, she was placed under house arrest, along with some of her family members. But even in the face of adversity, her spirit remained unbroken. Her relationship with her husband, Emperor Haile Selassie, provides a fascinating study in partnership, resilience, and shared purpose. Their bond was a cornerstone of stability for Ethiopia during a tumultuous era, as Emperor Haile Selassie steered Ethiopia through numerous political and social challenges. Throughout these times, Empress Menen stood by his side, offering not just moral support, but practical counsel and wisdom. Their partnership was not based on the traditional dynamics of power, but on mutual respect and shared values. They worked together to advance their vision for Ethiopia, balancing tradition with modernity and striving to create a better future for their people. Theirs was a partnership forged in love, duty, and a common purpose, leaving an enduring legacy of strength and unity for Ethiopia. Empress Menen Asfaw's life was a testament to the power of faith, resilience, and service. Her contributions to Ethiopia extended far beyond the palace walls, touching the lives of countless Ethiopians through her educational initiatives, charitable acts, and unwavering religious devotion. Even in the face of adversity, she remained steadfast, demonstrating that true strength lies not in power, but in the courage of one's convictions. Her legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of Ethiopians, who remember her as a compassionate leader, a devout Christian, and a symbol of national pride. Menen's story serves as a reminder that ordinary individuals can achieve extraordinary things when driven by an unwavering commitment to their beliefs and their people.